Made a lot of friends. She really likes the atmosphere. She doesn't do a lot of activities just because of the issues with her legs. But her life has definitely improved. She's happy.
Hi, I'm Agnes Stowicki, Managing Editor with Comfort Life. We're speaking with insiders from Canada's leading retirement communities and care providers to uncover insights to community lifestyle, care, culture, and leadership. This includes insights from residents, family members, and administration. This is the Comfort Life Insider Perspective.
The staff has been amazing. My mother rants about the food all the time. She's actually going to be turning 90 this year. So she was actually in another retirement home. We actually moved her to the Barrieview after being in a retirement home for 13 years.
Oh, really?
Yes. So it was a big decision to be made on our part. And what I liked about the Barrieview is once a month they had a meet and greet at their their presentation center. And we took my mom to every single one. It was great. They could get to meet neighbors that they were going to move in as because we were delayed in opening. It was supposed to open in May 2 years ago, but opened in October. So they were very upfront on, how the construction was going, what the issues were. They had great prizes. They brought in companies, Tim Hortons. They had our local hockey players, and they had contests. And it was really, really nice. And the presentation staff were awesome. When my mother was moving in, they invited us to have lunch, my two brothers and I, because I have four older brothers. So, it had to be a mutual decision. We took my mom for a tour. The place is beautiful. It's, upscale, all the most recent, amenities. And I think what I really appreciate is the staff, especially because of the situation the world has been in. It's been fantastic, and you ask for something to be done, it's done. The courtesy, they're very polite. The food is excellent. It's close to my home, that's why I like it. My mother's two sets of lights away from my house.
Wow, terrific.
So the suite is very nice, and I like the setup of the bathrooms. It's very accessible as she uses a walker. Um, the cleaning staff is really good. They have a beautiful theater room, library. They have a salon. They have an amazing hairdresser, and also they can get their nails done. They have uh, exercise room. They have a beautiful outdoor area, gazebo. I believe they're going to build paths eventually outside. The coolest part is they have a bus. They have their own bus, and they actually have an 8-man covered golf cart. So they can take this golf cart. The driver goes over because they are right on the edge of Park Place. And if people are familiar with Barrie, Park Place is a huge shopping venue, restaurants, LA Fitness. So they take them over in the golf cart, and it's a covered 8-man golf cart, and they can go shopping. And then, of course, they have the bus where they do trips to the mall when the malls are open. And different places. So they really have a full schedule of things that you can participate in. It's really nice. Her bedroom's quite large, and the closet space is phenomenal. She has a 1-bedroom, and she has a nice sized living room with a kitchenette. What's nice about here too is that some of the amenities are included that weren't included where she used to live. So she has a beautiful built-in stainless steel microwave. There's a fridge, sliding pocket doors, which are great for the bathroom. Very easy to open for seniors. They have like their shower with the seat area. There are no bathtubs, which I think is great in this area. And the concierge staff are quite good there as well. I've never had an issue trying to get in the building, or that I couldn't find somebody, or things like that. And my mom's suite is right near the laundry area, which is awesome, and right near the elevator because she has issues with her legs. So we thought being closer to there would be easier for her.
Cool.
And the kitchen dining area is very, very, very nice. And they also have like a cafe area where people can go play cards, and they have coffee, and everything's just accessible to anybody that wants to. Beautiful sitting area in the lobby, with TVs, and they have a nice sitting area out front as well. So they've really kind of covered all the bases. But I have to say, like, the facility is beautiful, but the staff has been above and beyond. I think my mom's life's improved as she doesn't complain anymore. She doesn't complain about the food. She doesn't complain about, the turnover of staff at her previous retirement home was quite, quite a lot happened there. But no, she's made a lot of friends. She really likes the atmosphere. She doesn't do a lot of activities just because of the issues with her legs. But her life has definitely improved. She's happy. My niece is here from Alberta. She hasn't seen my mother in a couple of years. She's a nurse. She was just saying, like, I can't believe how great Nana looks for being almost 90. So she's doing well. Like, she's had no health issues since she's moved in there. She's happy. Like, she's very happy there. I don't know what else to say than we're all thrilled of the move. I think just the consistency and the caringness of the staff. A brand new facility is always great. I just find it's improved a lot because they're very much kept in the loop of what's going on. Like, my mom was always aware of what was going on during COVID, and, protocol changes, and just, things like that. And I think just, new people, everybody was moving in. So it was the same for everybody. So people got to meet. It was all new for everybody. And I think it really helped having that presentation center, the way they did that. I think it was really impressive how they introduced people so they could get to know their neighbors before they moved in. I think it's just the staff is very genuine. And I'm in sales. I've been for over 35 years, and I think I'm a good judge of character. I've really been impressed with all the staff. I've really not had an issue with anybody. And I know some of the servers because I grew up in Barrie. So it was quite funny going in for lunch before she moved in, and I knew one of the servers that served us. The concierge actually used to be a girl that worked at one of my stores, so I knew her as well. But no, the staff has been really good. And even like the younger staff, sometimes you're not sure how they're gonna deal with seniors. And I've really been impressed. To be honest, it's been amazing. I bring her to my house for dinner every Sunday, and I can be there and back in 5 minutes. It's made my life a lot easier. I had a lot of issues at her previous retirement home, just with people not showing up to do a shower. The place wasn't being cleaned properly. The staff had huge turnover. It had really gone downhill. And it was really a beautiful place when it first opened. And my mother had actually moved in there because my father was ill and my mom was fine. And my dad passed away 3 weeks after they moved in. So it was a further drive, and we always found issues. Either there was no staff on the desk or, this, that, or the other thing. But I really found, and we participated a lot there as well. My husband actually does Elvis. So we actually did Elvis one time for New Year's. And we hope to be able to do it again at the Barrieview once things become normal, whatever normal is again. But I've actually donated gifts to the staff over 4 times just to let them know how much I appreciated. Especially through COVID, they took care of our loved ones. Older people sometimes are not the nicest when things go wrong. And they were isolated. Like for 6 months, I could only phone my mom every day. I couldn't go in. I was used to, sitting outside, going into her suite, taking her places. And, they had a lot to deal with. And it really made our life a lot easier. I think what I like about it is they can tour. The staff is amazing. The facility is top of the line. If you're looking to have your parents in a really nice place, it's definitely it. And I would say it's definitely the best one in Barrie. And we have many, and I toured them all. Basically, I was driving by one day. I saw the big poster board at Park Place of coming soon. And when the presentation center opened up, I was going on vacation. I went in. As soon as I came back, I picked up that beautiful portfolio that showed you everything. It had all the different apartment sizes in it and prices, the whole facility, how it was going to look. And it was, I brought it home. I spoke to 2 of my brothers who are, also caregivers for my mom. And we said, we think it's great. We ran it by her. She wanted to go see it. And we said, do you want to do it? And she said, yeah. And we put down her deposit and she's never been happier. Well, I think weigh out your options. You really have to look at what's available. And I think because I toured so many retirement homes prior to moving my parents in previously, it's the amenities. Look at what they have, look at what's included, look at what's extra, what's available to them, the facilities, the amenities. I think what you have to look at is, is it all there? Is everything there that you want for your parent or parents? And, the facilities, to me, sell itself. I think it's because it's the most up-to-date facility in Barrie. It has the most updated amenities. The big decision was we weren't happy where she was living for the last 13 years, and it was time for change. And we wanted our mother to enjoy her life and not be complaining about this, that, and the other thing all the time. And it was locality, how close it was to my home. I can be there in a split second. I think it was, we all went in. It was kind of funny because we went in, my one brother, and they thought that was my mom's husband, my oldest brother, because he's really gray and I'm not. But no, I think it was a no-brainer. And it was cheaper. It was a little bit cheaper than what she was paying at her previous home, and it was brand new. It was beautiful. It was how it looked. Again, it was the close proximity to my house. But it was a lot of it was the staff in the beginning, like at the presentation center. They really made my mother feel like this was a good move to make. Like it's hard to make a move when you're in your late 80s where you've lived somewhere already and you knew everybody and you weren't going to know anybody here. And I think it was their transition. They really helped them transition into their new home. Well, I've cleaned out a few houses in my lifetime. So cleaning out a one bedroom, it was great because it made her purge. And the I have three three out of four of my brothers are healthy. So we all pitched together. We put this is who gets this. We downsized her to a smaller bed. She got to pick out new bedding and new things like that. I think, it was easy, to be honest. We've done it so many times. I think that, we hired a truck company. We started packing. We were giving stuff away, her clothes that she didn't wear anymore, giving stuff to the grandchildren so that she can see them enjoy it now until later. And I think it was an easy move. You book the elevator, you schedule the elevator at your endpoint, the Barrieview. They had us for lunch so that we didn't have to worry about lunch while we were moving my mom. They had us for dinner. It was just really, they even offered to bring meals up to us. Like it was really, really good. So the move, it was easy. Oh yeah, like they had like a little gift basket for my mom and like a move in welcome, that sort of thing, which is really, really nice. And like they were just very hospitable to us. We didn't feel like a number. And they know us. They know us by name. And they really made an effort to make us feel like, this is going to be a great place for our mother. And I think that's half the battle. To be honest, I don't think I would do anything differently. It's you really have to research places, and um, I think if you want the most up to date amenity, building. Like to me, I thought about fire safety. I thought about, you know, just everything. Code changes over so many years. Who knows what's changed over that? I think is just do your research and, really look at what and keep like my mother was involved in every decision we made. And I think that's the big thing that you have to do. And is keeping them involved, they're making the decisions. You're just helping them, live their life.
For more information about this community, you can visit their profile at comfortlife.ca.